Doing? We are live. All right. We had a false start, but hopefully we got everything under control. Welcome, everybody. I'm Alan Warren with the RV Show USA. They call me the RV guy, and we are in the pre-show show. Thank goodness we have a pre-show show, I'm telling you. We're good? Can you kill that audio, turn it down so I can't hear the feedback? Okay, gotcha. All right, so here's the way this deal works. This is a syndicated radio show. It runs on Saturdays and Sundays all across the country. All right, you're going to be hanging out in there. Thank you very much. All right, we go to break. You know when we go to break. Y'all get to see the live recording. It might be a mess tonight. We've been trying to simulcast on both YouTube and Facebook at the same time, but it has not been very easy. We go actually live in 2 minutes. We're giving away some prizes tonight. We're going to give away some more Big Chief RV Resort T-shirts like this with the RV Show USA on the other side. Your choice of a Big Chief shirt or one of these great-looking Camp Casual coffee mugs. Big old 15-ounce coffee mugs with the retro-style RVs and stuff on them. Very, very nice. So to win, what you got to do is you got to post some comments. Engage with us. If you've got a question or a comment about the show, feel free to post it. I promise during the breaks we will try to get to you. If you have a question for our guests, fire away, and we will try to do that as well. So Goose is getting our first guest going, and after that, we got about a minute 20 till we go live. All right, let us know where you're watching the show from, if you would, please. Kind of post it down below, and make sure you hit the like button, all right? The other thing is, if this is the first time you have ever watched this, let us know, all right? And I guess we'd also like to know, how did you hear about the RV Show USA? So he's talking to the people over there. All right. So we got a good show lined up for you tonight. We got my friends from RV Texas. Y'all are going to start us off. Then I'm going to tell you about something really cool. And that is a custom-made, this is a tomahawk. I don't know if you can see what it's a custom-carved tomahawk that one of my guests gave to us up at Big Chief. And I'm going to tell you the story about that. Then in hour number 2, we're going to take you to a place called Ceraland. Absolutely beautiful, I'm telling you. We got about 20 seconds till showtime. And then we got our good friend Billy Thibodeau. He's going to be on with us. And Billy's going to tell us about a problem that a lot of people have been having with generators lately. All right, we got about 10 seconds to go. And I guess I better get ready. No Goose. Bam.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today. Come on, America, let's hit the road. So many things to see, so many places to go. Freedom and fun go hand in hand when you're rolling in your RV across this great land. So buckle up now. What do you say? The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
It's time for the RV Show USA with Alan Warren, the RV guy, and America's only radio show about the RV lifestyle. If you enjoy travel, fun, and adventure, well, welcome aboard, everybody.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
All right, I got to tell you, we have had a great week here in Texas. Really have. Hope everybody else can say the same. Our weather, well, truthfully, it's been a little bit on the cold and wet side, raining most of the week, but certainly not the Florida kind of weather that some of our friends are experiencing. But you know what? Here in Texas, you never, ever complain about the rain, so it has been a good week. You're tuned in to the RV Show USA. I'm your host, Alan Warren, the RV guy, and once again, welcome to the country's #1 radio show about the RV lifestyle. You can follow us on social media, even watch the show live like folks are doing right now on Facebook Live. Just go to the search bar and type in the 4 words, real simple, The RV Show USA, and hit the like button. You'll receive notifications when we go live, so you'll be able to join us and win prizes that we give away to folks that do join us. All right. Got a lot of stuff to cover today with a campground of the week that you're not going to believe. We got an encore visit with our friend Mr. Billy Thibodeau. I love saying his name, Billy Thibodeau from Premier RV over in Louisiana. And we're going to find out what Goose thought about his first trip out to Big Chief RV Resort last weekend. Yeah, that was first trip there. All right, so by a show of hands, I want you all to let me know, do we have many listeners who have either camped and RV'd in Texas, or you would like to camp and RV in Texas? Raise your hand. Go ahead. I know there's probably a lot of you. A lot of you love the Lone Star State. Now, in case you didn't know, Texas is such a mecca for RVers that there are more campgrounds and RV resorts in Texas than any other state. And that said, I'm excited to bring up our first guest today. These folks are, well, they're about as Texas as you will find anywhere. From their accents to their warm smiles to their love of RVing. Let's give a big old Texas howdy to our friends from RV Texas, y'all, Tom and Stacy Langland.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey, doing great. Thank y'all for being with us. We appreciate it. Give our listeners a little bit of background on the two of you and what you have created with RV Texas, y'all.
Well, yeah, sure. Thanks for having us, first of all. We're Tom and Stacy Langland. We are both native Houstonians and love to travel around the state of Texas and sometimes beyond in our RV. And so we put together a website called rvtexasyall.com, where we not only do blog posts and things like that, where we talk about the places we go, but we also list all of the RV parks, campgrounds, RV dealerships, where you can rent an RV. A lot of things you'd want to know if you were thinking about RVing around the great state of Texas. So
well,
it's like
don't forget those RV shows and all the festivals as well.
Very good point.
So y'all
it's basically
focus
a Texas travel resource and an RV resource all in one.
I got you. So give us an idea, some of the background on the concept of RV Texas, y'all. How did that come about? Whose idea was it, Tom? Was it yours, or did Stacy come up with that great idea?
Well, no, I think it was both of ours. I mean, right when we started RVing, we loved it so much. It was just, we had a marketing business, and we'd done resource sites before, and we thought, my gosh, this would be perfect to turn our hobby into a career, possibly. And so we just, then it was born, and it's been a labor of love at this point, but we love every minute of it. So it doesn't even feel like work when we're doing it.
So how did y'all get interested in RVing and camping in the first place, guys? I mean, what was it about RVing and camping? Have you been lifelong RVers? Did you just start doing it a couple of years ago? Tell us about that.
Well, I grew up tent camping. My parents were big into the state parks and things growing up, and my aunt bought a Class C motorhome when I was probably about 10 or 11 years old, and that was my first foray into RVing. My parents later bought a pop-up camper, and we traveled all around in that, and that was awesome. Tom, you did some traveling in a truck camper.
Yeah, my family, my aunt and uncle lived up in Alaska, and when I was about 12, we went up there, and we toured all around Alaska in a truck camper. And it was a blast. What a perfect thing to see for my very first RV adventure was to go around in Alaska.
Wow, you got spoiled right off the bat, didn't you?
Right off the bat. And it was crazy. We had like 8 people in that RV and a dog, and it was a tight truck camper, but we still had a great time.
But you know what? Even though it was probably tight and crowded at the moment, you were sometimes getting on each other's nerves. Those are the kind of trips and stories I think that we remember and we cherish as we get older.
Yeah, no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I will never forget it as long as I live, and we're hoping that from this site that we encourage people to get outside and take their families out and find out that it's a very affordable lifestyle. I mean, you don't have to have a big luxurious diesel pusher. I mean, you can start with a small RV and fit a lot of people.
Now, are y'all full-time RVers yet? I know that we've talked just a little bit, but I don't know too much about you guys with RV Texas, y'all.
No, we are not full-time RVers. We have full-time jobs. We own a business, and we work from our sticks and bricks home on the far west side of Houston. And but we hopefully in the next bit to move that way and become full-time RVers, because we would love to do that.
Goal. Definitely the goal, the short-term goal, hopefully.
So how do you support your habit of RVing? Because, it looks like you are on the verge of doing something really great with RV Texas, y'all, but you said that you've got other jobs. What do y'all do?
Well, we have a direct mail marketing business. So we do postcard mail for small businesses, churches, nonprofit organizations, that type of thing.
Politicians, so this time of year, we're doing a lot of that stuff.
Okay, understand, Tom, that y'all have another reason that you want to kind of go full-time RVing, and it has to do with something called baseball and a son. Tell us about that.
Yeah, our son Austin, he's a senior in high school, and he's a pretty serious player, and he has already signed on to play in college. So, we hope to be able to travel around and see him play his college ball and hopefully beyond. I think there's a possibility of that.
So Stacy, the RV Texas Y'all group is they're also going to become cheerleaders. You guys are going to be Austin's cheerleaders?
We already are.
All right, so tell us more about your website and your community, RV Texas Y'all. Give us an example of some of the stuff that you do, and let's just kind of break it down, because I know you've got a YouTube channel. Let's start with your videos, Tom and Stacy. Tell us about them.
Okay, so sure, we do have a YouTube channel. You can find us on YouTube and all of the social media networks as at RV Texas Y'all. And on our YouTube channel, we do tips about RVing. We do, when we go to an RV show, we'll do a video about that, and especially like some of the, we like to talk to the small business owners who are offering, vendor services at the shows. When we go to a park, whether it be an RV park or a campground, we like to do a video on that. So if you're not familiar with that park, but you're thinking about going, it'll give you an idea of what you might see and do around the area.
Would you consider yourselves as expert RVers, or just people who love RVing and you want to talk with others and share that passion?
I would say we are definitely not experts. And I don't know if anybody's an expert out there. RVing just evolves, and it's something that there's so many different types of RVs. You can even ask some of these dealers. That's why sometimes they have trouble servicing all of them. There's so many different ones for them to have to service. You could be the jack of all trades, but the master of none.
There you go. So tell us, Stacy, what's the response that you're getting from people? I see people stop you at the RV shows, the one in Houston that you and I met at. Tell us about the response to RV Texas Y'all.
It's been so great, Alan. We love, our favorite thing about RVing comes down to the people. We love RVers. RVers are awesome. They are fun people. And great people to be around and have conversation with, always ready to share stories and suggestions on neat places to go and things to see. And so we love it when, this community that we're building across networks and on our website, and we do have a Facebook group called the RV Texas Y'all Community and an R Village group called the RV Texas Y'all Community. We love to be able to interact with people and share experiences and share stories and, people helping people, and it's what it's all about. And it's contagious. All right, Tom, Stacy, y'all hang on. We're going to keep it going after the commercial break, all right? Thanks so much. All right, you guys. For our Texas listeners, Texas viewers on YouTube and Facebook, anybody interested, you can check out RV Texas Y'all. And check out our Facebook page as well. Just type in The RV Show USA. Give us a like. This is the country's #1 radio show about the RV lifestyle, The RV Show USA. I want to take a minute and do a little bragging on my friends at PPL Motorhomes. You hear about PPL All right. So, I'm going to jump. You're going to jump in here.
That's the plan.
Okay, you jump in here, and I'm going to jump in there and see my producer, and I've got to jump on her for a second.
Okay, well, you don't have to close the laptop.
Okay.
How am I going to talk to people?
What do you mean? Well, grab your phone.
My phone has almost no charge on it.
Is it being charged? Y'all hang on just a second. I got to redo my thing.
And see, that's another reason not to.
What?
Then you don't have to worry about me putting in your password.
All right. This is Goose. This is my producer.
Well,
Y'all have a question?
Only see my body yet.
I know. You're going to see him in just a second. All right. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Tell them we're in a commercial break.
All right, people.
How they get their little book?
What's going on? So we are currently in a commercial break. We do several of these an hour because what this is actually the live recording of a syndicated radio program. We have to actually work with what's called a network clock. So we have our commercial breaks that you would hear during the regular program on the radio Saturday and Sunday this weekend from coast to coast. We go all the way from Portland, Oregon to Florida, which is really cool, and all points in between. And speaking of all points in between, kind of, sort of, if you're wanting to camp or RV, all points in between El Paso and the Red River, where you're going to need one of these right here. It's the 2018 RV Travel and Camping Guide. And we want to send you this absolutely free. Tell you what, it's a 152-page, 4-color magazine from our great friends at, I think it's AGS. But you can get one of these absolutely free by going to thervshowusa.com right now. Click on subscribe, fill out your information, be part of our email list, and at the very bottom, it's going to ask if you want one of these sent directly to you. Click yes, put your address in there, and we can send you one of these. It is a must-have if you are wanting to RV and camp within the state of Texas. There's a great number of RV sites, campgrounds in here, including Big Chief RV Resort, which we will talk about in the next half hour. Right now we are speaking with the folks from RV Texas, y'all. So we want to make sure to give them some love. They're going to stay on until we go to our break at 40 after the hour.
Yep.
So when we come back from that, Alan and I will talk about my adventures at Big Chief RV and Camping Resort over the weekend. So make sure we do that. No, this is not a new studio. This is just a new look, a new framing of the camera. By the way, are we still doing the same thing we've been doing?
Yeah, we're doing the same thing.
All right. So who wants a t-shirt? Big Chief RV Resort on the back, RV Show on the front. Only one way to get them, and that is to comment throughout the show. Stay with us throughout the show, because when we wrap the recording of the radio program, we are going to draw 2 numbers. Well, Alan is probably going to draw 2 numbers, and those are time codes for the show. So when we get done, we're going to flash those numbers up. Then when we end the video, you go onto real-time comments, scroll to where those numbers are, and see if your comment was the closest to that time without going over. And if you are, you get a t-shirt. Now, if you've won in the last 90 days, come on, let somebody else get the love. It'll be the comment before that would be the winner at that time. So make sure that you check it out.
You have an opportunity to either have your choice of the Big Chief t-shirt or
the Camp Casual mug.
Camp Casual coffee
Awesome.
mug, which is really cool. All right, we're coming back from break right now. Let me jump back in the pilot
More
seat.
of RV Texas, y'all, as the RV Show USA rolls on.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Good job. All right.
All right, here we go.
So you know what to do, right? Yeah. At the bottom of the next
6-9. The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
Broadcasting on great radio stations from Orlando to Santa Barbara and worldwide on iHeartRadio. We're back with the RV Show USA and our friends Tom and Stacy Langland with RV Texas, y'all, who are sharing some stories about their great travels, their great community that they are building here in the Lone Star State. So, guys, what are some of the biggest surprises that y'all have encountered or maybe discovered while RVing and camping here in Texas?
Well, I think there's always things that jump up and surprise you. From sometimes we go to a park and we have one expectation and it is totally different than what we expect. And a lot of times a lot better than what we expected. There's some times when you're out RVing and things don't go exactly as planned, and that can be a surprise.
I thought that just happened to me.
Well, I got a real good one. One time we went up to Cap Rock Canyons, and at night, that place, when I say it gets dark, that doesn't even say anything. Stacy and her mom went to the bathroom, and they came back, and they said, "Oh, you better make sure you take a flashlight to go to the bathroom." And I did, and I took it, and I was scared to death because it is so dark. The only thing you see was the light from the flashlight. It was pretty hilarious. When I got back, I was like, nobody goes to the bathroom by themselves.
You felt like you were a little kid again. I love that feeling of being scared like when you were a child.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and I was.
Hey, Stacy, tell us how RV Texas y'all has kind of morphed and grown since y'all began it a few years ago.
Okay, yeah, sure. Well, we started the website in 2013, basically because we started realizing the more and more we traveled, there were things that were in our backyard that we didn't even realize were there. And so we started it as kind of a way to share information on places we were going.
Yeah.
But from that, it has grown and grown and grown into... we now have a whole section on festivals, and there's so many fun festivals going on across Texas any given month, and especially now we're about to get into major festival season with the spring. We have a whole section on that by month, and RV tips and experiences and RV lifestyle things that, just as we gain more experience and as we meet more people and we talk to folks and we get feedback, it's a constantly growing, evolving, changing website, and that's the way we like it.
So how much time do you spend? It looks like you spend time, maybe not a full-time job, but I see things changing on your site, your Facebook page, your Facebook group page. You make videos. You must spend an awful lot of time as a labor of love on RV Texas, y'all, while you're working on building this as a little business.
We do, but you know what? Like Tom said, it's not work because it's fun. This is our passion. This is what we love to do. We love sharing that experience with people, and we want to encourage more people to get out and explore everything around them and spend time outside.
We call it our second full-time job, and I can guarantee you we spend over 50 hours a week on RV Texas, y'all, as well as our regular job that we spend 80 hours a week.
So you never sleep. I know that as a business owner myself, it's hard to do it all and get any good night's sleep. So have y'all got a big master plan, or do you just kind of make it up as you go along?
There's a little bit of each. We plan and we prepare and we say, okay, here's kind of the direction we want to go. There's definitely some things coming up on the website that we're working on making some changes to constantly improve it. But a lot of the stuff happens, by chance, as we're at a show and we meet somebody and we get to talking and we say, that's something we need to include. And so it's almost a 50-50 balance, really, between the two.
But the master plan is we are going to turn our hobby into our career, for sure. That is the master plan.
Well, I think you are well on your way for that. I don't know if you could do this in Nebraska or in Rhode Island, but I think RV Rhode Island, y'all, doesn't sound the same. but I think that Texas is so big and so popular, and people just love it. It's a magical place. I think that y'all are on the right path. So I know that you have been to a lot of the RV shows that have been going on over the last month or two here in Texas. What is your takeaway? Have you seen any really cool stuff, or have you been kind of disappointed in some shows, or what do you think?
You know what? Yeah, so far this year we've been to Fort Worth, Houston, and Austin. Mm-hmm. We're not going to be able to make the Dallas show this weekend, but we were at the Dallas show last fall. All of them are very unique, and that's always what's really surprising to me. Each one kind of has its own feel. There are different RVs at each one that we've seen that we didn't see at any of the other shows. There are different vendors that we've met that we didn't see at any other shows. So, that's what we like about it too. Is each RV show kind of has its own unique experience that goes with it.
Yeah, and even on down to the food. Like in Fort Worth, the food was terrific, and it was inexpensive, but they had no tables and nowhere for you to sit. But Houston had expensive food, but plenty of places for you to sit.
Now, let me tell you, that Houston show was crowded, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
What about Austin? How was Austin? I didn't get a chance to go to that one.
Austin was good. It's a smaller show compared to, say, Houston or Dallas, or even Fort Worth. But there were some really unique RVs there that I hadn't seen at any of the other places. A lot of towable RVs in Austin, and then there was some really good vendors there also. Amazon Camper Force was there to talk to people about jobs with Amazon for part time during the holidays, and that was a unique feature.
I guess
So,
the
it's a neat little show.
demographic of people that RV in the Austin area is probably quite a bit younger, a little bit different than it is in Dallas or in Houston or elsewhere.
Yeah, and for that, the show, it was interesting. Most of the RVs were smaller. There were very few big. There were only a couple of diesel pushers in the whole show. Most the motorized were Class Cs or Class Bs, and I think that is the function of Austin. And that show also, what Stacy didn't mention, had great seminars.
Yeah, they did. They had some really good seminars.
And a lot of seating, too. It was great.
So, all right, let's see. We got about a minute till we got to wrap up this segment. But give us an example of one of your road trips. When you guys go on a road trip, how do you approach it differently than when you were just plain old RVers? I mean, now you have to approach it kind of with a business frame of mind.
We try to think of somewhere that, we always ask people, where have you gone? Where do you like to go? And we try to kind of follow that path, to take people somewhere where they will find that'll be interesting, where there'll be something for everybody. And we try to look at it as, okay, we're coming to camp here, but what else can we show people around the area? And we're going to be getting more into that, I think, also as our channel evolves and our website evolves.
All right, give us, in about 30 seconds, who in the heck is Jane Long?
Jane Long is the mother of Texas. And she's called the mother of Texas because she came here back during the pioneer days prior to Texas independence with her husband, James Long, who was in the military. And she was very active in Texas independence and gave birth to one of the first settler children born in Texas. So that is why she's called the mother of Texas.
Very, very cool. And I know that y'all learned so many things traveling our great state. All right, y'all hang on. We got Tom and Stacy Langland with RV Texas, y'all, on our line. They'll be on with us for one more segment. Y'all hang on. Well, the big...
We can do it when we come back.
You what? I know I'm on camera. You can talk. You can talk. Goose and I are having a little production meeting here.
Introduce them again, reintroduce them, reset them, and I'll play it.
And then you'll bang it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. Well, this is a short segment.
I know.
Let's don't do it. We'll do it next time we have them on.
Or we can...
All right, so...
I have another thought.
Give me the thought.
We can do it as the bumper to close us out.
That's not a bad idea.
You like that idea?
I like the song. It's catchy. It's good.
You're just going to have to be a hard out at 30 seconds. I mean, we're going to have to hit it.
Did you bring in 30 of the music?
Well, the music's going to start at 30 till and then kill at 40. So it's going to start at 39:30.
So you're going to pull the other cut and start this cut and do it manually.
Matthew says he hears Lisa. He doesn't know.
That's not Lisa.
No, that's not Lisa.
This is not Lisa. This is Miss Katie.
I'm her daughter, though. His daughter, too.
Yep.
I'm sorry for that.
My daughter. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, we're in a commercial break, everybody. Remember, you can't win if you don't post. Now, Steve Giano, is Steve on tonight? I haven't even noticed. If Steve is on tonight, Steve, you can't win. But we love you. I mean... Steve won the other day, didn't he? I sent him a couple of T-shirts.
Yeah, Steve
and we got,
win.
We got, who was it last week?
Win?
Who did Campground Karaoke? That was Jody and Tom.
Jody did it.
Tim and Jody.
A shirt.
Yeah, well, Tim was like her agent. You know?
Yeah.
So... All right, we got one more segment with RV Texas. Y'all, if you have not yet checked them out, make sure you do so. Go to their website. If you've not subscribed to our newsletter, what the heck you waiting for? We got these things to send out. If you like to RV in Texas, camp in Texas, if you're thinking about coming to the Lone Star State, jump on our website, add your name to our email list, and we will send you this. Compliments of our friends at Texas Campgrounds. It's like 150 pages, 4-color magazine. I promise you, you're going to like it. And the price is right.
Flirting with you.
Free.
I know. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about me.
Who's flirting?
Jeff.
All right, I am her father.
Jeff Branning is flirting with your daughter.
There you go. That's okay. I flirted with his dogs.
That doesn't shock me.
All right, we got about a minute and a half till we come back from break.
I mean, you guys haven't seen him with Pedro.
Oh boy. That's a scary thought.
We got Jim and Jose. Steve, not happening. Didn't like the inspection. What? Oh, he must have. Wait a minute. Hey, Tom Johnson. Yes, you did campground karaoke. I'm waiting on my phone call from Mr. Jackson out there at Southwest. Hopefully I can get out there in the next week or two. All right, who else we got? Who is there? Michael. Hey, Dish is going to be on. How's Michael doing? Lisa like that. Mike is the guy that I was telling you that I met earlier in the week.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have a question, but it's not suitable for that. Just answer yes or no to this question.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Of course. What do you think? Come on.
Come
on.
Just asking questions.
Come
that's
on.
All right, we got 20 seconds. 15 seconds.
All right. Yeah, plug that thing in.
There's Joe.
Through our website, thervshowusa.com. thervshowusa.com, and click on Certified Dealers.
The RV Show USA.
All right, for those just tuning in, our friends Tom and Stacy Langland are with us. They are part-time RVers with their sights set on going full-time in the near future. And to help them do that, they have created a very cool website and community that is almost exclusively for those who love to camp and RV here in my home state of Texas. Stacy, can you give a little recap, if you will, for the people who may have just tuned in? Just kind of make it 30, 40 seconds and we'll move on.
Oh, sure. RVTexasYall.com is where you can find us. It's a Texas travel guide and an RV resource. We list RV parks, campgrounds, dealerships, fun things to do, festivals, everything going on around the great state of Texas that any RVer or anyone interested in exploring the state might be interested in.
Where are your favorite places to go? If you had to name two or three, Tom, where are your favorite places to RV and camp in Texas?
Well, Caprock Canyons is awesome because people don't realize the bison roam free in the park. They'll go right through your campground. It's unbelievable. So that is definitely a favorite for sure. And I don't know. I love every place. Every place I go. But that one really is memorable because it's the only place that you have something like that other than maybe Yellowstone or something.
Did you do a video on that?
Yes, we do. We have a video on that, and it's on our YouTube channel, and it's also on our website.
We're getting so many videos, I didn't even remember, Alan. I guess I'm getting old.
Hey, I resemble that. All right, with a great spring and summer camping ahead of us, where would you suggest people, what are some real hidden jewels? Do you have any suggestions for people in Texas, maybe one or two places that, you know what, they don't get nearly the press they ought to get? Where should somebody go?
Well, I can tell you right off the bat, the first one that comes into my mind is Mission Tejas State Park in East Texas. Now, if you've got a big rig, you're not going to be able to fit your RV in the park. I think the max is 28 feet, but it is a beautiful Civilian Conservation Corps park, miles away from a lot of things. I think the closest town is probably Crockett or somewhere in there, but you're not far from the Texas State Railroad that runs between Rusk and Palestine, which is fun to do, and you can visit a replica of the first Spanish mission built in Texas back in, I think it was 1690, right there in the park.
And those tall pine trees, I know they're just beautiful over there. They're just outstanding.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and it's so crazy. You can hear the birds sing, but you can't see them.
The trees are so
trees are
they're so
tall.
Thick. All right, I want to bring up something that I noticed on your Facebook group page, and, you and I didn't chat about this before the show, but what motivated you to have the little sentence in there? Let's see, it says, please remember to be kind, positive, and supportive. There's enough negative energy in this world. We don't need it here. I love that.
Thank you. And that's just, that's how we operate. The thing about social media and the Internet as a whole is it's real easy for folks to be negative and say things to folks that they would never say to their face. And so, we want to encourage people. There's never a bad question. There's never, we're always in search of learning ourselves. And so we want people to be supportive and share experiences and be kind and have, positive energy toward each other.
You're right about the opportunity to blast people and whatever they want to call it, to attack people, these cyber bullies. But RVers in general, I have found them to just be really good folks.
They really are, and I'm always a glass is half full kind of person, and we're always going to look at the positive side. And then when people come to our side and everything, they're going to realize we're not in this to bash any manufacturers or anything. We want to be positive. We want to get people and their families outdoors and put those cell phones down and enjoy nature.
So tell everybody how they can learn more about RV Texas, y'all, and I hope to be able to get y'all on the show in the next 2 or 3 weeks and kind of make it a regular visit out of it.
We would love that. Sure, you can find us at rvtexasyall.com. You can also find us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Pinterest, on Google+, as at RV Texas Y'all. And you can also join our community here on Facebook, which is the RV Texas Y'all community.
And our village as well.
And our village at RV Texas Y'all and the RV Texas Y'all community.
I got to tell you, we only have a few seconds left, but it was such a pleasure to meet you. You are genuine and enthusiastic and passionate and approachable, and I think you are on the verge of really growing this thing into becoming a monster in a good way. So I wish you the very best, all right?
Well, thank you so much, Alan.
Thanks for having us.
We really appreciate it.
You bet.
Thank you for everything you're doing for the RV community.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you much. All right, y'all take care. That was Tom and Stacy Langland, folks, with RV Texas Y'all, and we're going to wrap it up right now with this.
Blame it on Texas, don't blame it on me.
I want to take a minute and do a little bragging on my friends at PP. Minutes.
Yes.
At the most. When we come back, we got, I'll be here, but when we come back from this break.
Yes.
All right. We're going to Big Chief talk for 4 minutes. And then I got a Big Chief talk for 4 minutes because I got stuff I got to say.
Okay.
You want to run? You want to leave?
No.
You want to stay here?
Yeah, stay here.
Do you want to run?
I mean, yeah.
That's a yes. You want to leave, don't you?
I'm enjoying it actually. But
I can't believe you're really here. You're a
good liar. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm not lying. It's been fun.
She's having fun.
It's a cool experience.
It is fun. You know what we ought to do is do a contest or something and have people win and they can sit here and join us.
I think.
What do y'all think?
But they're having to pay for their own travel though.
The airport's right there. I'll pay for the Uber between the airport and here. How much would that cost?
$6.
That's with a tip. It'd be $6.
No. You'd be surprised. Uber's getting expensive.
$6. That's a lot of money.
Well,
I can either take your mother out to dinner, or I can pay an Uber ride from the airport.
Well, Uber ride from the airport can be cheaper.
What does that look for?
Because my mother's watching this, and you're going to have to take her to a nice dinner.
She gets nice dinners all the time. She's going to have one tonight. She made it. All right.
So
lots of people still online.
We broadcast from the studios of our San Antonio affiliate, 9:30 a.m. The Answer in San Antonio, Texas, here on the 12th floor, right across the street from the San Antonio International Airport, where if you are willing to fly in and Uber to the studio, you too can be an in-studio guest of the RV Show USA. That's what I heard.
It's not like the Jimmy Kimmel Show. No, we can't do that. We can't guarantee that. This is a really tiny room. And it's only got room enough for one big ego. And
so depending on how much money you're willing to pay,
Jeff is still flirting
we can have you as an in-studio guest, all right? But you got to be willing to pay.
So what did y'all think of Tom and Stacy and RV Texas Y'all? Check them out. Like their page. Follow them. They're just so real. That's what I liked about them. They're real, and their enthusiasm is contagious. If you're a snooty, stuck-up RVer, I don't know many of those kind of people, but
I didn't meet any this weekend.
No, you didn't.
Well, I met one, but I've known him for a year.
Was that the guy in the golf cart that pulled up?
I think so.
Yeah, that would be me.
Jeff was wanting
But
to
I'm
meet
not-
Pedro. He was talking about
You know what,
Pedro.
Jeff?
If you go to some of the Facebook Live videos, Alan at his home, you'll see Pedro.
We are going to bring Pedro in the studio one night soon, I promise. For a few minutes. He's the coolest little dog. We're going to do a dog show.
Oh, he's going to see everybody in the reflection and just anything moving, and he's going to freak out.
He's a howling. Is he an amazing dog?
He's fantastic.
He's everybody loves their dog. We got 3 of them. We got Pedro, we got Bill, and we have Pollo. And each one of them is a little bit quirky, kind of like everybody's dogs.
Especially Bill.
Especially Bill. You know, Bill is this little white chihuahua that it's been cold in San Antonio. And I'll walk over the couch. He knows he's got to go outside and go potty, and he doesn't move. It's like he's dead. And you just see the corner of his eye. He just looks and doesn't move. It's like, oh, no, he's going to pick me up. I don't want to do it. All right. So what we got? What? It's a dog show
Lord.
now. You know what?
See that comment that Jeff just made?
What happened?
All right, here we go. We're back.
All right.
I got this.
Start living the RV dream today.
All right, we're going to keep with the theme of RVing and camping in Texas for a moment with a little conversation about our little place in Central Texas called Big Chief on Lake Buchanan. So this past weekend we had a fabulous time. We really did, and so did my producer, Goose, who was just off camera. What'd you think, Goose? Do you like it?
I liked it a lot. It was very cool. I got to stay in a very nice cabin with right there by the lake. It was really nice. The lake was about, 30, 40 feet from me?
Yeah, right there.
It was right there.
It was beautiful, wasn't
It
it?
was great. Enjoyed the heck out of it. The sunsets were great. The people, I met some great people there, and it was
clean. It's not the
very
biggest
clean.
park around.
No, it was quite big from what I saw. I mean, you've got several nice sites, anywhere from, I saw maybe a 15-foot trailer to a large diesel pusher.
Ginormous ones.
Gosh, dog. And I met people who've been, staying there for 6 months at a time for 4 years.
Yep.
They keep coming back.
We call them our winters, and
Right.
they are like family. These people, our winter Texans, are simply amazing, and we just love them. They come down each year, and life is not the same when they go back up north. They go to Iowa and North Dakota and all over the place, and Wisconsin, and even though they're Packer fans, some of them, we still like them.
And nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I know, but anyway, so I'm so glad you had a good time.
Oh,
I
it
really
was
am,
great.
and I hope that you will come back. The bluebonnets will be blooming here in probably about another 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Yeah.
With this rain, it's really good for getting the bluebonnets all prepped. So if anybody is in Central Texas and wants to come down and see us,
Now,
we hope that you
One of
will
the things
do
I
so.
did enjoy was that the kitchen had all the stuff you needed. It had the pots and pans, the dishes, the utensils,
Just
everything
bring your
you
food,
needed.
your
It was
toothbrush,
It was great,
and your clothes.
man.
All right, I got to do a big shout out. Here's the deal. We've got, what time do we go to break? At 52? We got a few more minutes. So you left up there on Sunday, and,
I did.
and Lisa and I are driving around the golf cart, and some of our winter Texans are there, Ray and Linda.
Right.
And Ray and Linda have come for a couple of years, and we don't know them very well, but everybody else knows them really well. In fact, Ray has got a sign out in front of his RV that says Mayor.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, he's the mayor of what we call that part of Big Chief, Misty Valley. So Ray is the mayor of Misty Valley, and it turns out Ray is half Native American and 100% awesome. And he is a wood carver, and he
Yeah.
brings down, they're from Pennsylvania originally, and they have lived part-time in Colorado, and they bring wood from all over the country. And they make walking sticks.
Mm-hmm.
And each, walking stick is unique. And so what Ray did is he said, get over here, Alan, I want to show you something. So he made this walking stick for me.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's made out of maple, but I was so blown away. It's a tomahawk, and that's a rock that he found up there at Big Chief. And
Yeah.
he made this, he carved it. The little feathers, you probably can't see it. Hold that thing up close to the camera so people on Facebook Live can see it. But he carved Big Chief on that. And I said, what do I owe you, Ray? He says, owe you? He says, man, I owe you. I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. I said, how much do you charge for things like this? He says, you know what? There's no price. He will not work for money.
That's very good.
If he likes you, he will make something for you, and it will be a complete surprise. But this was really cool. But you know what is cooler than this, Tomahawk? The friendships that we have made in the last 4 years.
Yes. Now, I have a question
I'm
for you.
serious. I mean, we have made some friendships that we'll remember for the rest of our lives.
So somebody's listening today, and they want to maybe check out Big Chief RV and Camping Resort. They're on Lake Buchanan and just off of Burnett, Texas.
Right.
Are you offering any type of specials right now?
Yeah, we absolutely. We have specials all the time. People can add their email list to our their name to our email list. And I think it's a buy one get one free is what it is, based on availability. But even on our cabins, and the cabins are nice, aren't they?
The cabins are very nice. I stayed at a cabin, and I'm telling you, it was good stuff. I mean, it got kind of cold at night, but that's the insulated cabin was really good. The shower was nice. I mean, all in all, I could not have asked for a better weekend experience.
Yeah, and the place is nice, but what makes it even nicer are the people. We've got such wonderful, wonderful people, and we're not. There's nothing special about Big Chief except, we love it. And there are many, many great places all over the Lone Star State, all over the country. There's great places in Florida. RVers are simply the best. And it's people like Ray and Linda, and we've got folks that help us out. I've got one winter named Max, and Max went and fixed my four-wheeler the other day. And that four-wheeler hadn't run for a year, and Max gets down there, he just fixes it, And what do they expect out of it? Maybe a hug and a let's go play Farkle or play Penny Rummy at night, and just friendship. And that's what people want. And like Tom and Stacy with RV Texas, y'all, in the previous segments, they said put down those cell phones and connect with people. Connect with people that you can make friends with and have conversations with. Smell a campfire. Tell stories. It's an awful lot of fun.
And y'all have events that y'all have like card games and stuff going on at night too, right?
Yeah, we do that all the time. In fact, most of the time on the weekends, Lisa and I are up there and we round them all up. All right, y'all, everybody brings something, bring some cheese or brings some kind of a dip or something, and we all just munch out, eat too much, drink too much, and stay up too late. But we don't do anything exciting. But that's what we want. We just want to have a good time and meet new people. And it is amazing how people from all over the country that you would probably have nothing in common with if you just bumped into them at a grocery store. You stay for a couple of days in an RV park and you just make that connection. So it's pretty special. It really is. So anyway.
And it's only about 10 minutes outside of Burnett. So if you need to go get something, if you need to maybe have a touch of civilization, you can.
Yep.
So it's not too terribly horrible, not too far out there.
And if you want to go and have the best hamburger around, there's a place called, what is it called?
Reverend Jim's.
Reverend Jim's. I don't know how it got this name, but it's about 3 or 4 minutes from Big Chief, and it's a biker bar. But it's a biker bar. I would be about the youngest person in this biker bar.
You weren't on Saturday.
What?
I was.
You were the youngest person. Normally, I'm the youngest person, and that'll tell you something. These are old bikers.
Oh gosh, yes.
A fun, clean, family kind of a biker bar. A little tiny menu with about 4 things on it, and the best dang hamburgers you will ever eat are at Reverend Jim's.
The jalapeno poppers are pretty good too.
Yeah, they are. Lisa likes the shrimp. There's another place over there in Burnett. There's a lot of little restaurants that are super nice, and I just can't say enough nice things about the people that we get an opportunity to meet from all over the country. So anyway, glad you had a chance to come up and y'all spend a couple of days
do that.
with us.
I have to do that again sometime.
Yeah. All right, so here's what we got on the drawing board, on the planner. Next hour, we're going to be joined by a lady that works up in Indiana with our Campground of the Week. Her name is Corey. The place we're going to is called Ceraland. It's 345 acres, as I say, of heaven for RVers and campers. Then we got our good buddy Billy Thibodeau on at the bottom of the hour. Y'all stick around. We'll be right back. Say, how would you like us to send you a good look? Did we lose my daughter?
Yes, she left.
She left.
You told her she could go, and she did.
Oh, I did. I didn't think she took me for that I told the truth.
Well, I don't, but
All right, so you can sit over here, then.
No.
Heidi Baudet. So what do y'all think about having a show about dogs? I mean, one of our winners, a couple, Dennis and Dottie, that are up there, have a daughter.
Have a dog?
It's a daughter. Their daughter is a 7-year-old dog named Dixie. And Dixie is the sweetest, just the sweetest thing. And she has been walking weird, but she's happy. But she's got torn ligaments, it turns out, in both her back legs. I mean, really nasty. And she's a very active dog. They got to figure out some way to keep her from running around and everything. But what is it about dogs that we love so much? And I think that we need to dedicate maybe 1 hour to the dogs. I know there's a lady that has got something like pet vaccinations online, and we're going to get her on, and maybe we can bring Pedro in here and we can talk about it. And y'all can call and tell us about your dogs. If you like the idea, yeah, they are our family. Okay, Powhannah, I know I'm not pronouncing it right, but I watched the first video that you did with John and Laura, and you need to come to Texas and help me out if you're a volunteer like that. You seem like a real handy guy. Did y'all finish that solar project? Let me know. That was a great video. If you haven't watched and subscribed to Hebert's Travels on YouTube, you need to do it.
So if we're going to talk about pets, we also need to talk about pet-friendly RV sites.
Now. So I get up there last weekend when you got there. We got less than a minute to go. And I'm really, really particular. I love dogs. I want you to love your dog and everybody's dog. But pick up the Big Dirty. I go out on the Sunset Point the night I got there. It's the first time ever in 4 years. 8 piles of Big Dirty I had to pick up.
That's no good.
No bueno.
That's no good.
And so I'm out there with my bag and pick up the poop wherever you go.
Oh, man.
All right, got a little monologue going, and then we're going to have a long break at the top of the hour. Got any questions? Let us know. The water cabins. Pay for one night, get the second night free. Make your reservation today at BigChiefRVResort.com.
The RV Show USA.
All right, so I do a lot of reading about RVing and columns that folks write about RVing and camping. Every day I get these stories that come across my email. And most of them I just kind of scan, hit the delete button. But if I see something interesting, I might tell you about it. So I find this one that caught my eye this week. It was about this person writes 4 things they did not like about full-time RVing. I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and I want to read this. I found out why they said that they were going to give up full-time RVing. Here's their reasons. First, they said they didn't like the feeling of something where they could feel it move when somebody was walking around in it. I thought, they do make those things called stabilizers and jacks to kind of prevent that, but okay, I can kind of deal with that. Second thing they didn't like about full-time RVing was they had to do their laundry in a laundromat. I'm thinking, I can kind of see that. I mean, but that seemed kind of insignificant to me in the overall scheme of things, but I can kind of get that. Next, they said that, and this is what started getting me, they didn't like holidays anymore because they have nowhere to go. And I'm like, are you kidding? When you're an RVer, you can go anywhere you want to, whenever you want to. It's like every day's a holiday. I'm thinking this is kind of getting weird, but I'm almost finished with the story. So okay, what's the last thing? The last thing they said, get this, they did not like the sound of rain hitting the top of their RV. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I love the sound of rain hitting my roof. And I'm thinking that this is crazy, thunderstorms, if you're safe inside that little RV, it's just something special. Who doesn't like the sound of rain hitting their roof? Then I get to the last paragraph, and I learned that the writer, after they wrote the 4 things they didn't like about full-time RVing, realized that, you know what, they kind of liked it after all. And the plan is now that same writer is going to write the 10 things that he likes most about full-time RV living. So anyway, I just thought that was funny because we can complain about anything and everything, and we seem to do that in our country. But the good in RVing and camping certainly outweighs the bad. All right, so my takeaway is that we can always find something to gripe about. And we are conditioned, I think, by our culture to criticize and pick things apart and to fight and argue. But when you think about RVing, the good, as I said, far outweighs the bad. Oftentimes, the bad kind of makes for some of the best stories that you can tell for years to come. Is full-time RV living for everybody? No way, not at all. But RVing and camping, I think, does offer something special to just about everybody. It provides an opportunity to connect with others and to experience nature, to see things and smell things and do things that most people will never do. And that's the objective of this show, is to help enrich the lives of folks who are looking for that special family activity that's going to bond them, that's affordable, that will provide memories and stories for generations to come. Before we wrap up the hour, we invite you to like our Facebook page and add your name to our email list at The RV Show USA. Next hour, we have Billy Thibodeau on, talking about generators and solar power in RVs and a whole lot more. All right, Goose, get the boys going and take us to break.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today. Come on, America, let's hit the road. So many things to see, so many places to go. Freedom and fun go hand in hand when you're rolling in your RV. Cross this great land, so buckle up now. What do you say? The RV Show USA. Start living.
Hold on, y'all. Remember I said that there's a lady that has a deal about pet records online, and that we were thinking about having her on the show? She literally just PM'd me, and I said, I'm talking about you on Facebook Live right now, so maybe she will jump on. Her name is Laurie Leonard. You're going to make the call in the other room, right? Good. All right. Hopefully that'll work. So how y'all doing? We got any newbies tonight? Anybody watching for the first time? Anybody that has never been here in Facebook Live before? Let us hear from you. And make sure, if you'd like to travel in Texas, or if you are traveling in Texas, camping, you want to get one of these things delivered. It's a Texas RV Travel and Camping Guide, 100 and something pages. Got a Super Saver card in it. Save you some money when you go to these campgrounds. It's all about Texas. If you travel in the Lone Star State, I promise you're going to want one of these things. If you jump on our website, add your name to our email list. The very last question is, do you want one? And if you say yes, just give us your address. Bam, it'll be in the mail.
So I have a question for you.
Yep.
If you're going to RV in Texas, do you have to have a fiddle in the cab?
You do. Yep. You if you're going to play in Texas.
Okay. Well,
You got to fiddle in the band
himself.
there.
He can't help himself, folks. Hello, Sheila. Sheila, you know what? Your comment about those boys not smiling, I think, was dead on. So, we were talking, if you didn't catch it, Goose just came back from Big Chief. There's Lori. Lori's on the show. Goose just came back from Big Chief over the weekend, and the fish have been biting like mad. I mean, people are catching just their limits, just coming, just lots and lots of them. So one of our guides, his name is Jackie Hedrick with Empty Pockets Guide Service. One of our guides comes in with another boatload of fish, and these 4 boys, I think 3 of them were teenagers. 2 of them had big old smiles. I said, get over there, I'm going to take your picture. 2 of them had big smiles on their face, and 2 of them are like this. I'm thinking, are they not happy or what? And Sheila, you're the one that said, what was it? That they're trying to be cool? I guess. I'm too old to be cool. John DePietro, my buddy John. How was your show tonight, John? Greetings from Canada. You are in Canada tonight, huh? My buddy John DePietro that I met, a few months ago in Louisville, Kentucky. He's from Massachusetts. Great guy, great radio voice, and he does a radio show up there about the RV lifestyle with my other buddy, Bob Zagami. And y'all need to check out. Actually, it runs an hour before this one starts. So, all right, so what we got? Yeah, they run on Wednesdays. All right, so who's got any questions? Anybody got any questions, comments? Yes, we're going to... tonight's winners, we're going to draw 2 of them. You get your choice of either the RV Show USA logo on one side and Big Chief RV Resort on the other. A good-looking T-shirt. These are nice T-shirts. I've been told don't spend money on such nice T-shirts because they last too long and they cost too much. They're really nice. The colors will not run on you. All right? So you get your choice of either this or one of these cool 15-ounce Camp Casual coffee mugs. It's got the retro camping theme with the old RVs on them. You see, the throws to keep you warm and the dish sets and things. That's by Camp Casual. They make all kinds of really cool stuff. There you go. I don't know if you can see it, Camp Casual on the bottom. And you'll have your choice of either the cup, the mug rather, or the T-shirt. All right, so what we got? We got slow internet going. I can read Camp Casual on that, yeah. The mug is sweet. It is. You know what? It's a big mug too. It's a 15 ouncer, so you can put a lot of coffee in there, whatever you drink. A lot of us in this cold weather, we drink something a little more stout than coffee. Hiya, Dave Stone. Let's see. Who do we have? We have Chris, Camp Casual. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Chris. Camp Casual, they got a great website. We hope that they're going to be signing on as a sponsor here pretty quick. They've got some really good stuff, and if they do, we're going to be giving away a lot of their product, getting it distributed out there. I know that when you go to RV dealerships and you see any of these things with the retro-inspired themes, there's a lot of knockoffs. These guys are so successful. I'm telling you, Camp Casual is like they're the ones everybody wants to copy. But if it says Camp Casual on it, you're getting really good stuff like that. And what happened? We got a problem? We ain't got no problem. Gonna go sign up for the RV catalog. There you go, Michael. There's our other Michael. So you're on, Michael. I thought you were gonna leave us after getting that Newmar. All right, we go live. We're in a break. We go live in a minute and a half, and we're going to go to a place called Ceraland.
Oh.
What? You got big wheels ready? No, you're going to play it about a minute into the show.
Oh, no, but then I'm playing it when we come.
No, you don't have to. And here's your cue.
Okay, hang on.
Right here.
Hang on. If we're not playing it with Billy, I need to go do something right quick.
Do something right quick. All right, we got 1 minute, kids. Hi, Kay. I started in a tent too, and it's funny, Kay. Just real quickly, I started in a tent, and I prefer to not sleep in a tent, except when Miss Katie, which is my daughter that was here, 25-year-old, when she was a little girl, she wanted to go camping. I was not going to let her sleep in the RV. She slept she was like 7 years old, 6 years old. And we zipped sleeping bags together, put up a tent, had an air mattress, and we froze and shaken. And we used a little Coleman stove and a Coleman lantern. And we will never, ever forget that. But she doesn't want to do that anymore. She wants to stay in the RV. All right, here we go, guys. We plugged in? Yep, Mike's hot.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today. Come on, America, let's hit the road. So many things to see, so many places to go. Freedom and fun go hand in hand when you're rolling in your RV across this great land. So buckle up now, what do you say? The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
It's time for hour number 2 of America's only radio show about the RV lifestyle. Syndicated from coast to coast, it's the RV Show USA with Alan Warren, the RV Guy.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
And I want to know how our listeners up in Altoona, PA are doing today, listening to WWOT-FM. They're in Altoona. We appreciate y'all being with us. And I love that part of Pennsylvania. I love the people up there a lot. It is so beautiful. So welcome aboard, y'all. All right, this is hour number 2 of the country's number 1 radio show about the RV lifestyle. I'm your host, Alan Warren. They call me the RV Guy. And not because I'm an expert RVer, but I do love RVing and camping and just about everything that goes with it. You can stay connected with us on Facebook or through our YouTube channel. Just type in the search bar 4 simple words, The RV Show USA. Either hit the like button or the subscribe button. All right, y'all ready to hit the road for our campground of the week? Are you? Well, let's go.
Big wheels straight ahead, never looking back. Big wheels, tail lights gonna fade to black. Big wheels, take me down that road tonight.
All right, on the RV Show USA guest line is our friend from Indiana who works for one of the finest RV resorts and campgrounds in the Hoosier State. Let's bring up Corey Beheimer. Hey, Corey.
Hey, Alan, how are you?
Doing great. So tell us about your fabulous place for RVers and campers.
Well, I work at Ceraland Park and Campground in Columbus, Indiana, and we are just a short 10 to 15-minute drive off of Interstate 65. We have beautiful 345 acres and 308 campsites, lots and lots of things to do for families, the retired RVers, or even those new millennials that are just getting out there.
What is the significance of Cera? And it's spelled C-E-R-A. I read it, and I think it's a fascinating backstory. Why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about it?
Sure. So in 1963, Cera was formed, and that stood for Cummins Employee Recreation Association. So if anybody's familiar with Cummins diesel engines that are in a lot of folks' motor coaches, then they would know what Cummins Engine Company is. And their headquarters are in Columbus, Indiana. And it was a park that was started for the Cummins employees and has just kind of grown and grown throughout the years. And we are now open to the public, so everybody can enjoy the great place that those Cummins employees started.
You know, it sounds like from reading your website that Ceraland, campground and park is means a lot to the community and to y'all's area.
Oh, absolutely. We have we host numerous events, not just for camping, but we're an athletic destination as well. We bring in a lot of ball teams from around the state and the surrounding states. So they visit the Columbus area, which is very much known for its architecture. So I think that Ceraland plays a big role in bringing in tourism for the city. And then, the tourism that is brought in from the city for the architecture and other things also helps out Ceraland as well, because we get new visitors all the time.
To say that you guys are an RV park and campground is such an understatement. You are so much more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a ton of activities to do, kind of like I was saying, for families, and just just coming out for the day. You could visit our aquatic center, which it has one of the few aqua climb walls in the state. It's kind of like a rock climb wall that's in a pool, which is fun. And we have a kids play area, and a huge swimming pool. Not just a normal campground swimming pool, I would think. We have a 99-foot water slide.
Yeah, I've looked at your pictures on Facebook and on your website. They are amazing. Now, before you take us inside and tell us any more about Ceraland, if we were to fly over it in a helicopter, if a drone were to take a video of the layout, what is the layout? Can you describe that? Because 345 acres is an immense piece of property.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I would say that you would notice that we have 9 ball diamonds on, would be kind of the first thing that you would see, as well as a huge field that we offer cricket, soccer. We do have a great go-kart track that hosts a number of go-kart races throughout the year. There are drone and RC plane flying areas.
Really?
And you would see the big aquatic center, as well as we have an 11-acre lake for fishing and the small boats like paddle boats and canoes. Not anything to get in and water ski or anything, but but it's a nice relaxing lake to fish or paddle boat and such. And then of course you would see our huge campground. We have 325 sites, and it's just beautiful.
We've got one of our listeners on Facebook Live. Matthew wants to know, what shows do y'all do at your amphitheater?
Oh, yeah, the amphitheater. I haven't even gotten around to that yet. We host a variety of shows. We've had concerts at the park, everything from like 38 Special to
Really?
the 90s hit band Tonic. And then we have, we try to help out local bands and have them play. They have a great following out here. We've also had the Caribbean Chillers, which is a Jimmy Buffett tribute band from Florida. They came for the first time last year, and they're coming back this year as well because it was such a great concert and a great turnout, something, different from the other bands that we've had. And also, this year we're hosting a fundraising concert called the Ceraland, and that is to help the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and it's going to be a 2-day event in August, and the first day is going to be country music, and then the second day is going to be more like folk music and bluegrass. And we are set to announce the lineup on March 30th. So you can look at our website or our Facebook page and see what the lineup is going to be.
So I looked on a map of Indiana, and I've only been to the very, very southern tip of Indiana, just across the river from Louisville. It looks like y'all are south of Indianapolis, maybe an hour? Not even an hour.
Yeah, we actually have a great location. We are kind of in the triangle of 3 bigger cities. We are probably about a 45-minute drive south of Indianapolis, about an hour north of Louisville, and then we're just, a little over an hour from Cincinnati. So it's not far off of the beaten path, so to speak.
Near Interstate 70, I-65, so there's a lot of traffic that goes by, but not too close by.
Right. We're still 10 to 15 minutes away from I-65, so you're not going to get the interstate traffic that you might get from a campground that's right on the interstate, but it's still easily accessible.
If somebody's never been to that part of the country, what does it look like geographically? Is it a real rocky area, a lot of trees? Are there mountains? Are there hills? What would you describe it as?
So Columbus, Indiana is maybe a little bit hilly, but not really mountainous. There are beautiful hills in Brown County, which is not far from the Columbus area. But it's more of the rolling plains, lots of trees. We do have a lot of corn in Indiana, so you will see a lot of cornfields as well.
And I imagine you got a lot of wildlife, too. If somebody's camping there, RVing there, you might see all kinds of critters,
Yeah, we have a lot of deer. It's kind of a joke at the park when people first start working there. They're amazed by all of the squirrels, and they get distracted from their job. They like looking at all of the different wildlife that's around. And one thing that I saw for the first time this last fall was a family of turkeys on the land. I've never seen that before, and I've been there for 11 years.
Wow, how cool. All right, Corey, hang on. We got to jump for a quick break. You can hang with us, can't you?
Absolutely.
All right, folks, we got one of the most impressive destinations of the week this week. It's up in Indiana, and we have only just started. If you look at it online, it's going to blow your mind. We'll be right back and tell you a lot more about this special place they call Ceraland Campground. I want to take a minute and do a little bragging on my friends at PP.
Ceraland Campground, huh?
It ain't an RV park. It's I've never seen a place like this.
Well, there you go.
It's that if you were a bajillionaire, like probably the Cummins family still is.
Maybe the Brandon family too. I mean, we have the Jeff Brandon contest cup for Pete's sake.
Yeah, and Matthew, they are open year round. They are. I thought it was a spring to fall thing too, but you jump online, they're open year round. That's one of my questions. So for Corey, and let's see. All right, any newbies here? I don't see any new names, any new people. Give me somebody new, a first timer in our Facebook Live. You like not being on camera. You're sitting over there playing.
Well, because I can.
Yeah.
Because I can.
All right.
Oh, Joey's song me is new.
Joey's new. Where are you from, Joey? Are you from a group page? What group are you in? Where are you watching us from? Judy.
I really need to balance this audio.
Have I been to this campground? I have not, Judy. If you're talking about Ceraland, I've vicariously been through it on Facebook and on their website.
In the interwebs. Jeff Hesney is new.
Jeff Hennessy. Hennessy, one of my favorite drinks.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
We won't go down that road.
Here, I'm not allowed to do that, neither are you.
Oh, yeah, all right. So Joey is from Louisiana, and let's see. Jeff is from where? Oh, Judy, you've been there. So you've been to Ceraland? It is beautiful. What else? So Lisa is monitoring us pretty closely tonight.
Yes.
Lisa will be on the show soon. You know what? If we do our dog show, and I want to know, does anybody want to have a dog show?
That's not nice.
No, she'll be on to bring our dog.
Okay, I was about to say, that's just rude.
No. Okay, let's see what Lori said. I can't. I'm using a good let's bring them in.
I don't think Lori said anything.
All right. No, this is Lori. This Lori.
Oh, that Lori.
This Lori from the dog people.
Oh, okay.
How do you spell, what is it? Campsite?
Campsite.
Cera. Ceraland. Let me see what it is. I think it's ceraland.org.
I couldn't
help myself. Google. We're about 50 seconds from coming back, guys.
I couldn't help myself. It's a sickness.
As radio people have that sickness.
That's very true.
Some radio people. Good people, radio people.
So next time we do campground karaoke, we're going to have these Camp Casual mugs to give away, right?
Sure. Do we have any volunteers? Who wants to... I hate the level of these spots.
I know. I've got to level it out at some point. All right, 30 seconds back.
Yeah, when we figure out how to fix that camera...
Well, this one is relatively an easy fix. I just need to have time to do it.
We got to... That's killing me there.
All right, guys, hang on. More of the RV Show USA as we roll on.
Click, listen, practice, and call in. Toll free 1-855-296-7469.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
All right, I want to do a shout out to the Finleys listening up in Tennessee who catch the RV Show USA every week on 1250 AM WRKQ, your news, sports, and weather authority in Madisonville, Tennessee. Thanks, y'all, for being a part of our listening family. On our guest line is a very nice lady from our Campground of the Week, Corey Beheimer, with a fantastic place for RVers to visit known as Ceraland. Now, Corey, for those who just joined us, can you give them about a 1-minute high-level overview of where Ceraland is and what Ceraland is?
Sure. Ceraland is in Columbus, Indiana, which is just about 45 miles south of Indianapolis, right off of Interstate 65. And we are a 345-acre campground, park, and event destination filled with lots of things to do, not just camping, an 18-hole miniature golf course, an 11-acre stocked lake. There's volleyball courts, basketball courts, horseshoe pits, cornhole boards, a go-kart track, a sports and fitness center, and lots of other things to do other than just camping.
Now, if I'm an RVer, I want to bring my family up there, is it I pay a price for the RV site and then all this other stuff is a la carte and I just add it on, or is there a day pass, or what's the deal there?
Sure, absolutely. We have different people that want to visit the park, whether they're just there for the night, so we don't want to overcharge anybody. So if someone just wants to come and then maybe, take a ride on the paddle boats, they can just pay for that. But if you're wanting to enjoy everything that Ceraland has to offer, we have Fun Day bracelets that are just $10 for the day, and you can do as much as you want for the entire day.
You mean go-karts and the water park and the whole deal?
Absolutely.
That's awesome. I thought it'd be a whole lot more than that. What about for people that don't have RVs? I almost gave up, and then all of a sudden I looked, and Ceraland has beautiful cabins, too.
Yes, we have rental options for those that don't have RVs or a tent. We do have 6 cabins, and we also offer pop-ups that you can rent for the night as well. So if you want to not sleep in a cabin and still get that camping experience, then you can try it out.
In doing my show prep, I was assuming that you guys were, in the very beginning, just a seasonal park, but it turns out that you're open right now.
We are open right now. Our campground we're trying to do some upgrades. So at this moment, we don't have camping going on, but as soon as we get our upgrades done, we'll be open and ready to go for the season. But we're actually open year-round. Our sports and fitness center, we host a lot of athletic leagues, and people come out to work out, to walk when it's not so nice, which can happen in Indiana at any time. We had, wonderful 75-degree weather yesterday, and today it was rainy and 40. So
yeah.
There's definitely, a place to go whenever you want to get active but can't be outside.
For somebody who has never or not yet been to Ceraland, what is the closest kind of a campground in terms of maybe a layout, or somebody goes, well, what's it like? Would it be, I'm thinking maybe like a Jellystone Park, but you're like way more than that.
We're pretty unique. I'd say that we're a combination of things. There is, the state park that offers the camping as well as, different amenities that they have to offer that maybe just, a plain campground doesn't have to offer. I would say that we're closer to that, but more because we're able to offer so many other activities that maybe a state park doesn't have, or, extra things that a campground doesn't have.
You said that you have been there for 11 years. What is the most rewarding part of your job, Corey?
I love seeing the people come back, week after week or year after year. I've actually seen kids grow up that took part of our kids camp program, and now they're wanting to work for me part-time in the summer. So that it's great seeing the smiling faces that come back and enjoy themselves and feel safe here at the park, and they want to bring, their kids here, and their kids grow up and want to continue to use the park as they grow up as well.
You've got so many RV sites that have you still got openings for spring break, or are people needing to make their reservations for now and for Memorial Day and 4th of July, and what about that?
So for spring break, we still have availability. However, the other holiday weekends, the Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, and even Halloween weekend, they are filling up fast. So anyone that would like to come and visit Ceraland, I would suggest giving us a call or checking out the website and getting your reservation today.
Yeah, all over the country, these RV parks are filling up faster and faster each year. And, I tell people all the time, don't wait, or else you'll be RVing in your driveway.
That's absolutely true.
So tell us about your pet policy. Do y'all have any do's or don'ts besides picking up the big dirty? Or seriously, what about the pet policy?
We do have certain sites that we do not allow pets on, and those are just some people don't like to be around pets. But most of, I would say more than 2/3 of our sites do allow pets. We do have, a pet walking area, and we also have a new dog park that's in the process of being put in. So other than that, we just ask that you clean up after your pet and don't leave them unattended, and that they're on a leash when they are outside.
Just common sense. And who is your main demographic, or do they just come from across the spectrum? Are they young families with lots of children? Are they retired folks? Are they people in between? Who likes to come to Ceraland?
It's really for everybody. It kind of just depends on the weekend or what's going on. We have RV groups that come out, and they may mostly be retirees, and then through the week in the evening, they could bring their families out and just be locals and come and visit the park 2-3 times a week. Or there are those people that come out on certain events that we have that cater to them. So we really try to appeal to a broad spectrum of interests and ages and other things like that.
Well, I think you've done a terrific job. We're going to start wrapping it up, and I want to thank you personally for providing our listeners with such a wonderful opportunity to come and experience Ceraland, because that coupon that you made that we're going to be sending out to the people on our email list is very, very cool. Did you design that little graphic?
I did help with that. I put that actual coupon together, but
It's
I
nice.
worked with a company to design the mascot, Sammy S'more, that you'll see on the coupon, and he just debuted last year. So anybody that wants to come out and check out Sammy and maybe take a T-shirt or a doll home to kids or grandkids, then it's available in our camp store.
Awesome. All right, got to wrap it up. What is the website real quick, Corey?
That is Ceraland.org, Ceraland.org.
Thank you again. Can we get you back on in a couple of months once the weather warms up?
Absolutely, I would love it.
Awesome. All right, thanks so much. Have a great spring break, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks for having me on.
You betcha. All right, folks, Billy Thibodeau is next with Premier RV in Louisiana. Y'all don't go anywhere. Well, the Big Chief's gone crazy at Lake.
Anywhere. Don't
What?
run off after the show.
Oh, boy. Okay. I'm supposed to do a shout-out to Pedro.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Miss Katie just said, Mom says Pedro is listening, so give him a shout-out when you can. So Pedro, it's your father.
Oh,
And
Lord.
I'm telling you, I love this dog.
So after the show, we've got a piece of business we need to take care of.
All right. Sarah Sports Carp Corporation, Ceraland.org. It is fabulous. It really is. And they got a great coupon. If you're on our email list, we're going to send it out on Monday. Ceraland. Yes, Ceraland. That's right. Joey, listening from Conroe, Texas. Fireflies. All right, so we got. Will Goose sing to Pedro? No. Pedro, the story about Pedro, I was never a Chihuahua person. I was into larger dogs, golden retrievers and the like. And by the way, we're in a commercial break for about another 2.5 minutes. And when Lisa and I got married, she said, once we were married, she said that no more big dogs. When Hunter Dog died, we were going to have little dogs. So we've had little dogs for a long, long time. We've got 3 Chihuahuas, and my Chihuahua, Lucy, short for Lucifer, she died. She had a rare disease that Chihuahuas have, and she died at 3 years old, and that was just a couple of years ago, and I was heartbroken. She got sick, and that night she's dead. And so I didn't want a dog right away, so I waited about a year. Lisa said, I'm going to get you another dog. And so we found this dog, and it was supposed to be a little tiny, tiny Chihuahua, and brother, it was tiny. And the owner said it was 10 weeks old. And it would fit in that Camp Casual mug. It was so small. Except it wasn't 10 weeks old. It was like 5 weeks old. and it almost died the first night. And it was like a child, a baby probably on intensive care. We had to stay up every night, and give it this stuff to feed it and make sure it didn't die. And that dog bonded with me. I mean, literally, Pedro bonded with me. And I know people are going to say something's wrong with me, and I know there is, but I just love this dog.
So do the rest of us.
Yeah, well, I just love this dog. And so we're, all that talk. Pedro, I'm going to come home and love you. And Bill, I haven't forgotten about you. And Pollo, you can stay with Mommy. Oh. We ought to put them on the air. I'll guarantee you. Miss Katie, she could call up. Who do we have? Oh, we do have. We got Billy Thibodeau on the line. All right, does anybody have a generator? Is anybody getting ready to buy a generator, a new generator? How would you like to spend, I don't know, however much money on a brand new generator, take it home, and it won't start? So what do? You call the manufacturer, right? And the manufacturer says, not under warranty.
Tough noogies.
Well, that's happening, and we're going to talk with Billy Thibodeau about it here in just a second. Then we're going to talk about solar power. All right.
By the way, you're not going to you're going to yell at me after this, but it's not because of anything I did.
Something I did?
No. Nothing you or I did. It's just circumstances. But you're going to like something else I have to say after the show.
Oh, great.
So it's going to be a give and take thing.
The good and the bad.
Pretty much.
Bend over.
Pretty much.
The Montrond RV through our website, thervshowusa.com. thervshowusa.com, and click on Certified Dealers.
The RV Show USA.
All right, Alan Warren, the RV guy, back with you as we head into the home stretch of today's show with a super smart guest. That is, he's a true expert, and I'm talking about a real expert at fixing and repairing and making even brand new RVs even better. Let's bring up my good friend Billy Thibodeau. Hey, Billy.
Hey, Alan, how's it going tonight, man?
We're doing great. Now, for those who may have missed last week's show, or you may not know who Billy Thibodeau is, Billy, tell them about yourself and about Premier RV.
First of all, our website is billyt.com, BILLYT.com. I forgot to mention that last week. Mm-hmm. But we're a small mom-and-pop operation down in south central Louisiana, little town of Scott, right out of Lafayette, just west of Lafayette. And basically, we take new RVs and even older RVs and make them better. We add accessories and add-ons. We rig vehicles to tow. And we do custom generator installations and satellite TV installations. So that pretty much sums it up.
And you've been doing it for a couple of years.
Many years.
You've been doing it for how long, Billy?
Oh, Lord. I'm 50 years a mechanic. And in the mid-'80s, one of the local dealers asked me if I wouldn't mind working on his motorhome chassis for him because nobody else wanted to do it. So I've been doing it ever since. And then in the mid-'90s, I gave up auto and truck repair and just did RVs exclusively. And I love it.
Yeah, and people love you. All right, so this is a short segment, so we've got to do this in the next 3.5 minutes. I see this note this week about generators and something about people are buying new generators, but they won't start, and carburetor problems. What's the deal?
Well, the deal is when the manufacturers set a generator in an RV, they put it in there, they run it, and then they send it out to the dealership, and there it'll sit on the lot until they sell it. And what happens is the carburetor gums up. Olin says after 29 days, that fuel begins gumming. So they have a 30-day policy where you're supposed to start, and they call it exercise, the generator under load every 30 days. And that would turn the air conditioners on. And that does two things. It puts fresh fuel in the carburetor, and it dries out the windings in the generator itself. So it keeps it all nice and dry in there and ready to go. But since they sit on the lot, they get gummed up, and then the customer comes to buy it, and then it won't run. So everybody's panicking then. Or the next case, customers come out, they buy the RV, then the generator won't start. Then they come to me, and Onan will not pay for a gummed-up carburetor, and that's about a $600 repair.
Ouch.
So basically, I want to challenge the dealers to send out the porter or the wash guys, start on one end of the lot, and start every generator that they have on that lot, make their way around, and come back, and then start shutting them off. And just do that once a month, 3 weeks to 4 weeks. And that'll keep everything nice and clean and ready to go. Also, the customers, while they're doing their walkthrough, they should have the dealer or whoever's giving them the walkthrough start that generator, turn the air conditioners on, and all during the walkthrough to make sure that they are capable of carrying the load and they're not going to lean out and shut down. If it's wintertime, turn the heat pumps on or put a quart of water in the microwave and turn it on. Turn the electric water heater on. You basically want to leave there knowing this thing works.
Wow. So I guess this would go for anybody that has an RV. If you've got a generator you park it in a storage lot over the winter, you need to start it every 30 days at least and put a load on it.
Exactly. Now, you can drain the carburetor. There is a way to do that, but that doesn't get the exercising done in the generator. And it never fails. As soon as hurricane season comes along, it's okay. But if a storm enters the Gulf of Mexico, the phone rings off the wall. And we just cannot accommodate that many people in such a short period of time.
That's something I never even thought about, but I guess because you specialize in owning generators and you see so many people with RVs, this is a problem that's not isolated, but it's probably across the board.
Oh, it definitely is across the board. We're not unique down here. This is definitely a national issue, and I just don't want to see anybody stuck. I mean, I love the RV lifestyle. Helen and I have been RVers for years. And you just need to have your rig ready to go when you need it. And if you haven't done that, I have a saying, if you don't need it to be reliable, then don't maintain it. And that's part of maintenance, exercising the generator once a month.
Man, this is such good information. Billy, like I said, this is a short segment. I want you to hang on. We're going to pick it back up on the other side. Folks, we've got Billy Thibodeau on with us for another segment. We're going to get into the subject of going solar. Yeah, a lot of people are getting into solar power. We're going to talk about it right after this on the RV Show USA.
I want to take a minute and
I'm gonna make a call tomorrow to.
You need to write it down. What we're talking about.
What?
I'm gonna leave. I'm out of here.
Okay. Bye. But I'm gonna make a call tomorrow.
Yes. All right.
To Big Chief.
Yes.
And talk to Miss Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get that code.
Okay.
And I would like to help you out. And some point over the weekend, I'm going to do the 1 minute we talked about. And I'm also going to do a 30 for Big Chief.
Oh, that'd be great.
To help you out.
Spoken from experience.
Spoken from experience. Yeah. And that way the Big Chief isn't going crazy multiple times an hour.
Yeah. I'll just go crazy with something else. I'll guarantee. See, why is my video frozen right here?
I have no idea.
Okay, there's not. It's not locked up anymore. Okay, somebody I think I saw wanted to know how they can get one of these. Again, if you are brand new to this and never seen the RV Show USA before, this is a syndicated radio show that runs nationwide on Saturdays and Sundays. We record it live on Wednesday nights. Every Wednesday night, we stream it across dozens and dozens of state RV and camping group pages. We're in a commercial break. Facebook does not allow us to run commercials, so you get to see me sitting here talking and answering questions with y'all. So these things are these Texas RV travel and camping guides. If you like camping and hanging out and RVing in Texas, or you plan on doing it, you'll like one of these. I don't know how many pages. I want to say 150, but I may be wrong. It's close to 150. It's 148 pages, okay? That's pretty close.
Pretty big.
But anyway, it's got hundreds of RV parks in here. Comes with a Super Saver card to a lot of these parks where you save some dough. And just some facts and stuff about interesting things about the great state of Texas. They're free. If you add your name to our email list, jump on our website. At the very last question says, where do you want us to send it to you? We forward that email on to our friends at Texas Campgrounds, who will drop one in the mail, and you'll be all set. All right, any questions? What do you think about Billy Thibodeau and that stuff about the generators? I found it extremely interesting. Run mine every 2 weeks, Todd Welker says.
Yeah.
You know, it's something I never even thought about. Do we ever do a show on RV tech and gadgets?
We do it all the time.
Yeah, we do. We've got
not like
we've had Peter and John. These guys, they've got a YouTube channel that is amazing called the RV Geeks, and I don't know of anybody any smarter. And they produce some phenomenal videos. They are articulate speakers. They're concise with their videos, and they tell a story that's real basic. How to repair RVs, many of the things that happen on your RVs on your own. It's called the RV Geeks. So we'll probably get them on again pretty soon. Cindy says Billy and Helen are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about solar. Speaking of solar, what are we coming back? 1 minute, 20 seconds?
20 seconds.
All right, guys, here we go.
Hang on.
There you go. Subscribe to our free e-newsletter. Grab your cell phone now, text the word GEAR to 38470. That's GEAR, G-E-A-R, GEAR to 38470.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
All right, it's Alan Warren, the RV guy folks have been having recently when they purchase a brand new gasoline-powered generator. We've been talking with our generator expert, Billy Thibodeau from Premier RV in South Louisiana. Billy, can you kind of summarize the situation for those that may not have caught the entire last segment and what they need to do before plopping down a gob of money on an RV that's got a generator in it?
Well, Alan, before they sign the bottom line, they just need to hear the generator run. I mean, ideally, the guy doing the walkthrough of the dealership is going to show you and demonstrate for you every system in that coach, ideally. A lot of times they're in a hurry to get it off the lot, or they do show it, but the folks just don't remember because they're so excited about buying a new RV, and they just want to get it home and show their friends. But run the generator. And have the generator run the electrical systems in there, the air conditioner, the microwave. The television is really not necessary because the amp draw on that is so low it's meaningless. But the microwave and the air conditioners put a hefty load on it, and if it runs those okay, at least for 15 minutes, give it time for the choke to open, because when the choke is closed at startup, it artificially richens the mixture, and if you've got some issues with it plugging, you won't notice it till it's fully open. So that's about it. Just be very, I'm not going to say cautious, but be very aware of that the generator is working properly. The gasoline units are pretty much the problem child here. When we do a custom installation in a fifth wheel, we use the fuel-injected gasoline-owned generators because, I mean, you still want to exercise them every 30 days, but if you forget and come back 2 weeks later, it's still going to start. So we try and stay away from the carbureted engines because of the gumming issues.
Okay, Billy, we're going to jump over to solar in just a second. Now, folks, if you'd like to get a hold of Billy Thibodeau, have a pen and paper close by. I did not give out his website last week. We're going to give it out here in a few minutes, but we want to jump over into solar. Is solar becoming as popular as I think it is, Billy? A lot of people I see out west especially are interested in going solar.
And that's the key out west. Out west is in the desert Southwest. There's an abundance of clear skies and sunshine. Solar down here in Louisiana, although we have done some, the real place to use it. A lot of the suppliers, installers, are out in the desert Southwest. the big thing with solar is the initial purchase price. It's not hard to drop $4,000 or $5,000 down on some solar panels, and then you have another $2,000 of supporting equipment without the batteries. And good AGM batteries are not cheap. And the lithium-ion batteries that are coming on the scene now are very expensive. But solar has its place. I've got 320 watts on our old motorhome, and it helps keeps the batteries charged if we're dry camping. And Helen and I do a lot of boondocking. They got a lot of beautiful campgrounds out there, but when we want to just get away, we go to the woods and drop the jacks and roll out the awning and mix a toddy. But solar, it's a great thing. You have to have the right components. You need a monocrystalline solar. Thin film is out there now. It's a little pricey, but for the most part, monocrystalline solar panels are 30% more efficient than the multicrystalline models. And you can buy, I've seen them on Home Depot for a 180-watt panel, just a little over $200. So you could get 4, 5, 6 of those up there, and always use what is known as an MPPT controller. MPPT stands for maximum power point tracking, and it takes and makes the most efficient use of the output of the solar panels to charge the batteries. Now, solar as a means of running equipment on an RV is not that practical because there's only a limited amount of real estate up on the roof. After you factor in air conditioners, vents, satellite dishes, and anything else that's up there, I mean, we're limited as to what area is left. So, also,
Billy, from a cost,
they're most efficient at when they're pointing directly at the sun. So there's a couple of companies out there that make a motorized mount that you can mount 4 panels on, and it'll actually track the sun during the day. So I tell folks at my seminar, they're most efficient June 21st at noon. Before that and after that, the sun's dropping on the horizon. So
from a cost basis, percentage-wise, how much is the equipment to go solar versus the labor? It sounds like the equipment is more expensive than the labor is.
Yeah, there's not that much labor. I mean, the biggest part of the labor is building the bracketing to set it on the roof, and then you run the wires and mount the equipment. We try to use a completely integrated system. I like the Magnum inverters and controllers and automatic generator starters. So it's all networked together. Everything talks to each other. When the batteries get low, it starts the generator. It's just a nice integrated system, integrated in a way that it all works together. They're not all built into each other. They are separate components. Yes, you're right. The parts price is definitely more than the labor to install them.
All right, in about 45 seconds, we got to wrap it up real quick, and I'm not going to run out of time, so let's do this in 45 seconds. Is solar something a DIY guy can do by himself, or do you just suggest don't do it, bring it to Premier RV?
If you're proficient in electrical and wiring and really know how to run wires, especially in an RV to where it's safe to do so, sure, you could do it yourself. It's not rocket science. It is a science, but it's not rocket science. Just when you go to weigh the features and benefits versus your generator, I mean, if you put a 30-amp diesel generator in an RV, it will average 7 to 10 hours on a gallon of fuel. So you're talking about 30 cents an hour.
Wow. All right, listen, I've got to give you time enough to give everybody the contact information, how they can get a hold of you at Premier RV, please.
Okay, you can email Helen at billyt.com. Our website is billyt.com. Facebook, you can find us there. And 800-298-6952, nationwide toll-free, or 337-233-7494 if you're in the area.
All right, Billy, we got to wrap it up there. We're going to have you back on soon. You have a great weekend. We'll talk again. Thanks.
Say, how would you like us to send you a good-looking Camp Casual coffee mug?
Goodness.
Is that guy smart or what?
Telling you.
I mean, we could go on and on and on and on and on. I'm sitting here having to look at a clock because, and again, this is a radio show. It's not a podcast. We do a podcast, but this is an actual radio program that will be airing on Saturday and Sunday, and we have to follow what's called a network clock. All right.
To be fair, we podcast the radio show.
Yeah, well, we
don't
podcast
do a separate podcast.
Right. We podcast the radio show, but we have to hit a network clock, and if we miss a break, we get cut off. So that's why I'm always saying, hey, we got to go, because I'm looking at the clock, and Goose is sitting here going 3, 2, 1. So, all right, we're down to the last segment. This is a short break. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Matthew says, great segment, Billy. He's amazing. He's really, really good. So, let's see.
Well, Jeff loves the show tonight.
Who does?
Jeff.
Jeff loves the show. I know why he loves the show.
Because I'm not on it. Mostly, anyway.
All right.
I'm not like fronting to the right like I normally am.
You mean right up front?
Well, front to the right.
All right, one more segment to go. Remember, everybody, we're going to pick a couple of numbers. We got the Jeff Branding Cup over here. Let me see it. So stick around, because at the end of the show, we're going to dump out these numbers like I just did, and Goose is going to hold them up to the camera very, very close. Write down those numbers, okay? We're going to pick 2 of them. And if your comment is the closest to that number without going over, you're going to win, your choice of a good-looking T-shirt, Big Chief RV Resort on the back, and the RV Show USA logo on the front, or one of these cool-looking, retro-inspired Camp Casual coffee mugs.
But Alan, what if the person that's closest has won in the past 90 days?
If you've won in the past 90 days, Steve Giano, sorry, you can't win. But anyway, it says Camp Casual on the bottom of it. They make great stuff for the RVer, the camper, the person that just wants to look like an RVer and camper. So you're going to get your choice of that. We're going to pick 2 numbers out of this cup. All right.
And we'll explain everything after the program. After we get done with the radio show proper, we'll explain what to do.
Then we'll explain. So y'all just hang on. I got a little 3-minute monologue, and then we're out of here, at least the radio show, and then we'll pick the numbers. Hey, Jim. Well, okay. That's all right. This offer is even good for our super clean, fully furnished on-the-water cabins. Pay for one night, get the second night free. Make your reservation today at BigChiefRVResort.com.
The RV Show USA.
All right, spring break is rapidly approaching. Most folks down south have already made the reservations at their favorite campground. If you have not made reservations yet for spring break, shame on you. Don't put it off any longer. You may already be out of luck. Spring break, at least down south, is the beginning of camping season for a lot of RVers that basically RV in the spring and summer and fall, and then they store their unit when the weather gets cold. And every spring, we see folks that have, they got similar problems that many of them could have been avoided. The reality is that most people procrastinate. RVers are no different. And what I mean is they put off all the things they should have done last fall before they put their RV in storage, and now they're finding out that their dealer is all backed up. We're always preaching, in a nice way, of course, the importance of being proactive with your maintenance. The consequences of putting things off could become very real when you kick off the 2018 camping season on spring break, and that is never a good thing. If you put off things regarding your maintenance on your RV, and even if you haven't, I have some ideas that you may want to consider before you pack up, load up the family, and hit the road. So here goes. First off, as soon as you can, go out and check your RV. Take a walk around, all right? Kind of like an airplane pilot would do. Take a notepad with you. Take notes. Check everything out. Check the tire pressure. Check the lug nuts to make sure they're still tightened down. How's the grease in the wheel bearings? If you're not sure, an overheated wheel bearing could ruin your trip before you even get to your destination. How about the brake lights? Turn indicators. Are they working? Or has some critter been gnawing on a wire somewhere when you had it in storage? If the visual inspection checks out, and if you won't get thrown out of your neighborhood, I suggest that you take your RV home with you and fire it up in the driveway. hook up the water, turn on the water. You know, it's been a cold winter, even in parts of South Texas. It was colder than normal in December and January, and cold weather could have busted a pipe, and it's better to find out now than when you're hooked up at the campground for sure. So look under the sinks and in the cabinets. Has anything been using your RV as a home over the past few months? I mean, mice love RVs. They can get in through the tiniest of cracks. They're cute, but they can make a real mess, and they like to, you know what? They like to pee in places that you won't even know about until you, well, then you will. All right, check for roof leaks. Look around your vents for any signs of water damage. Do the same thing around your windows, your slide outs. Check your batteries. Are they weak? Do they need some water? How's the heat and air situation? For most people, the pre-trip prep can be an opportunity, too. It's an opportunity for your wife and kids to help out, to get the whole family involved. Next week, I think we're going to spend some time talking about some of the things that I just mentioned in a little bit more detail. Before we close out the show, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you for listening or for watching on our live broadcast. We are most grateful. We invite you to add your name to our email list on our Facebook page at thervshowusa.com. If you missed any of today's show, you can catch our podcasts. They're also on our website. Until next week, this is Alan Warren, the RV guy, reminding you that the way we spell love is T-I-M-E. And we spend that time with those we love, enjoying the RV and camping lifestyle. See y'all on Facebook in just a couple of minutes. All right, Goose, you and the boys, y'all know what to do.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today. Come on, America, let's hit the road. So many things to see, so many places to go. Freedom and fun go hand in hand when you're rolling in your RV.
All right, microphone's up. All right, boys and girls, the show is over, and now I picked a couple of numbers, and these numbers look kind of weird. We got a mic going, right? My mic is hot. All right, I'm going to show two numbers, and this is what I want you to do. I want you to write down these numbers, and it's important because if you've been posting comments during the show, you get to win your choice of either a Camp Casual, good-looking, one of these retro RV coffee mugs, or a Big Chief RV Resort T-shirt. Your choice. The person who is closest to that time right there, which is 16 minutes and 12 seconds. So after we post this show, you'll come back on our Facebook page, you'll go to real-time comments, and just scan along till you get to the 16-minute mark, and if you posted, you're the comment closest to 16:12 without going over, you are the winner of your choice of the gifts I just said. And the other one is...
Talking to the microphone.
Oh, 46. I was thinking the mic was up here. 4608. So we got 1612 and 4608.
So scan just past those times and in real-time comments and see who's closest. If you won in the past 90 days, of course, you can't win again. Give somebody else a shot.
Hang on. Jim, I will say, Jim out in Las Vegas, if you're watching, I would encourage you to do this for last week's show. You have to claim your prize to get it, all right? That's what you got to do. So 1612, 4608. Thank you so much for being a part of tonight's show. We are grateful that you're a part of our family, kind of our extended family, and we hope that you're staying warm wherever you are. We'll catch you next time, everybody. So long.